Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot and Astrology. This is I don't know what this is. I was thinking of a romance/relationship reading when I was pulling these cards. So I think that's what it is. And I was going to do a pick a deck, and then it turned into its own reading. So it's not a pick a deck. It's for everyone. I'm just going to very briefly talk about the astrology going on, just very briefly. This is, did I already say this is February 19th? I'm going to start off with a quote first of all, and then I will briefly talk about the astrology. This is by the poet Rosemary Watola Traumer again, and she wrote, "If anyone asks, where does it hurt? The truest answer is everywhere. If anyone asks, where can I find beauty enough to make me weep? The answer is the same." Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'm doing this. Again, this is not really going to be an extensive astrology thing, so I might not even timestamp it. I just wanted to let everyone know that on the 22nd of February, and I may even post before another time by then, Venus is going to trine Jupiter. Trine is a very open, flowing energy. Venus is our relationships and what we value, love and beauty. And Jupiter is currently retrograde in Cancer. Jupiter expands its optimism and philosophy. And in Cancer, of course, it's very emotional. It can be about the past, how we like to be nurtured. So there can, it's interesting relationship energy. And then Mars sextiles Chiron. And a sextile is also a positive aspect. It's not quite as open and flowing as a trine. It's 60 degrees rather than 120. It's half of a trine. And so Mars is our physical body, our willpower, our passions, our anger. And Chiron is the healer, the wounded healer. So it's about where we've been wounded in passionate encounters in the physical body. You might be feeling some anger at this time coming up. And let's see, they're at Venus and Jupiter are at like 14 or 15 degrees. Venus is in Pisces, Jupiter's in Cancer, and then Mars is in, where is Mars? Is Mars still in Aquarius? Or let me think, if it's a sextile, okay, close my eyes. Yeah, Mars must still be in Aquarius because he's 60 degrees from Chiron, who's at 23 degrees of Aries. So Mars must be at 23 degrees of, what did I just say? Aquarius still. Yeah, Mercury, Venus, and the North nodes, and the Sun now are all in Pisces. So we have 4 things in Pisces. So that's why I thought this would be a good time to do a relationship thing. So this is the, let me timestamp here, we'll call it. This is the Brian and Wendy Froud, or Froud, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Heart of the Fairy Oracle deck. And this is my crocodile. We're going to have some Egyptian mythology just for a moment here. I found this. I'm trying to go through things in the basement, and I keep pulling things out I haven't seen in 20 years and thinking, oh, I love that. But I bought that when I was a teenager. I thought it was ivory. And I know when I say that, that's going to be very triggering because I did not, I was only like 13 when I bought it. Clearly it wasn't, because it would have been more expensive. And then a few years later, when I discovered where ivory came from, I thought the tusks just fell off after they died and people stumbled over them, and I thought it was beautiful. So then I was all freaked out when I read about how they actually get the ivory, and I thought, oh my God, did I buy ivory? I was like just furious and crying and everything. And then when I looked at the bottom of it, it's clearly, it's some kind of synthetic, it's plastic. Is that dirt? I wonder. I've had this it looked like this when I bought it though. It's supposed to look old. It is old. Anyway, I just thought it was charming, and but that's just me. So anyway, I looked it up online tonight to see what crocodile symbolized, because I remembered the crocodile-headed god from Egypt, and his name is Sobek, and he's the god of, what did it say, fertility, water, and regeneration, and he's good luck, and he can protect us from bad things. So I have to decide now, can I bear to part with Sobek, or do I need to keep him? Anyway, to the reading we go. So I drew 3 cards, and they're really interesting. They just, I try to do, like I said, I try to do 3 decks, or 3, pick a deck. No. These were all together. This is a reading. So we get the Pan. This is very similar, as you can probably tell, to the Fool in the Tarot. This is about jumping off and looking at life as an adventure, which is a word that I've been thinking of lately. And it's having faith that, it's having the courage, faith and courage. It's having the faith and the courage to take the jump. So this is about telling you that if you don't change things up, if you don't step out, you're not gonna, someone's not gonna come knocking on your door if you're looking for romance, or if you want to jazz up a relationship, or whatever you're looking for. It's not probably going to come to your door. You got to jump out there. It's about being brave and taking chances. Don't do anything crazy, but you know what I mean. It's about having an adventure, if you want one. If you want things to stay the same and you're comfortable, then go for it. But if you want something different, you got to put yourself out there. This is a good time. And then we get the Queen of Passage, which is excellent for going on a journey, because she is the one, and I might read a little bit from the book here because they put it so beautifully. She's the one who has the foresight of the kestrel, the falcon. I think a kestrel's a falcon, isn't it? Anyway, she's got a pomegranate in her hand with a silver moon on it. I'd love to have that around. I do have one of those as a necklace, not the pomegranate, just anyway. Let me just read this to you because they put it so beautifully. She's number 5. And it says, all things change, all situations move from one phase into another. Sometimes those transitions are difficult. Letting go and moving on, whether to a new life, a new love, or perhaps just a new phase of a current relationship, can be painful, but the Queen of Passage is there to help with those transitions. She can see the future with the wisdom of the raven. Oh yeah, she's got a raven down here. So she has a kestrel and a raven. I always forget him, and he's got a little thing of flames around his neck. That's a beautiful card. I love this deck so much. It's probably my favorite deck, actually. She holds a pomegranate, a sign of fertility, and that's interesting because I just said the crocodile is a sign of fertility. There's growth in the future. There is a way ahead. The darkness comes as you step from one state to another. The moment of passage between the past and future is a moment of surrender. The darkness comes as you step from one state to another. Okay, I guess it's telling us, but it says she can see. There's growth in the future. Okay. Trust this great queen to be your guide. Listen to what she has to tell you, and then take that step. She will be by your side in the moment you move out of the past and into the future. So I guess they're saying that there's a dark place in between, but she's there with us. So don't be afraid. More courage, more trust, more faith. And then we got the challenge. And this is the guy who sort of puts obstacles in our way when we do step out, because he wants us to make sure that we don't fall prey to our own self-criticism and our own doubt and our own worry. He's asking us to trust and to have faith that we're strong enough. This is about having faith in yourself. The other one's more about having faith that you're being guided and watched out for. He's more about having faith in yourself. Don't listen to your inner critic. Don't listen to the doubts and the feelings that go, oh, I'm scared. And, it is scary. Transition is scary. Stepping out is scary. But it looks like we're being asked to do that, especially if you want something new, especially if you want a new relationship, or if you want to, like I said, sorry, I think I'm catching cold. If you want, the one you've got to be different, something to move forward, you got to get rid of the self-doubt. Okay, I think that's an interesting reading. I just wanted to share that. I will do a different one some other night, but this just wanted to come out. So please leave me a comment. Let me know if that resonates. And also, please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I will talk to you later. Blessings, everyone. Good night.